Inspired before 2030, the Peace Center will realize a fully functioning 10-venue arts and entertainment campus. So we're just going to look at what we are today. Some people don't realize this, but this is what we call the Peace Center, this triangular piece. So you've got the Reedy River, you've got Broad and Main. What sets in there is, in the late 80s, when the leaders put this together, this is what they were putting together. All right, so you know the concert hall, right? Peace Concert Hall. We have the Gunter Theater. You've got the Weish, the Huguenot Mill, the Ramsar Studio, Genevieve's, TD Stage, and so we've kind of dubbed this a music project. Again, powered by the Peace Center. And Lauren Edwards, you get some credit for that, girlfriend. So a lot of fun. So imagine walking down Main Street. You've got the two old buildings there, the Gulick building and the Markley building. I'll kind of use my little, so that's the Gulick, and the Markley's right next to it. We're trying to set the tone for the whole campus. So part of that is sing, dance, and play. So you can see on the side of the building, sing, dance, and play. You can see that we've gone through the brick wall here and created a window. So right there is a stage, and people walking down Main Street will be able to see through, and people in the audience will be able to see out. So we've created the Mockingbird. We've saved the old buildings. This will be a listening room. It'll be a 250 cap listening room. So yes, it is a nod to my obsession, which is the Bluebird Cafe. And yes, the Mockingbird is a South Carolina bird. So anyway, we're very excited about it. If you can see with the red brick building, that's where the entry will be. And then you'll go through, the two buildings will be connected, and the listening room will be over here. Upstairs, where the little pointer is right now, that will become an artist dorm. So we get a lot of people who come into town, they need a place to stay, and so we're going to provide them a place to rest. It'll be beautiful, a lot like the vibe of maybe a Sobeys corporate apartment. And then on the second floor over here will be a podcast and recording studio. So what we're really trying to do with all of Mockingbird, so these 4 levels, or 4 spaces basically, is create this wonderful place for artists who want to come, relax, maybe do a podcast with us, maybe do some recording, but they want to come and again, create this vibe of a music town for Greenville. So we're pretty excited. During COVID, we operated Genevieve's as a club because it was we knew what we couldn't do during COVID, but that was what we could do. And we found that it really worked and that people loved it, and they loved to come in and sit at these little tables and have a drink and listen to music in an up-close and personal way. So that's really what we're creating here. And Genevieve's, which is wonderful space for that, unfortunately, it is only available when the concert hall is not in use. So anyway, all right, here's the inside. It starts to get the vibe of what it's like. I think it's really important to remember, we're not building a bar with a band. We're going to be curated music on our stages on a regular basis. All right, this is the back side of it. You can see you've got, we'll build a little deck out over. We're starting to really just landscape, hardscape, make that a lot more beautiful. This is a view of the artist apartment. That's River Place, out those windows. But again, it'll be kitchen, common room, and then it's basically 3 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. Now, this is where the recording studio is. And check out the brick wall with the writing on it. That's original. That's original to the building. So we've kind of seen it in little pieces. Like if you used to go into Coast, you'd see it on the wall there. But the architects are going to pull that floor back so that you can get like 2 stories of that wall. So it's really, again, I think the Peace Center, one of the great things they've done is they've done such a marvelous job of blending the old and the new. and celebrating the old and the new. Okay, how many times have you all heard people say, we need a club in Greenville, South Carolina? A flat floor club. I've heard it over and over again for years and years and years. And we have so many people who are so interested in that kind of music you listen to when you're on your feet, you're dancing, you've got a beer in your hand. That's what we're creating here. So the Coach Factory, which again, we've had since the Peace Center opened in 1990, that where the glass atrium is, that is actually the courtyard that's, not used much, right? So you've got that, and then you can take a walk inside. We've basically cut into the 2 levels. So you're gonna have a 3-tiered music club. And so you've got our wonderful Peace Concert Hall and Gunter Theater, and we do certain programming in there. This will be an entirely different type of programming that you'll see here. So think of the Orange Peel in Asheville, the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. That's what you'll have here. This is about 1,300 capacity. So it's a nice size. It's going to feature some indoor, outdoor, right? So you've got the doors, like when the weather's nice, you can open up those doors in the back and open up those doors on the 2nd level here. All right. So now this is just a sense of how beautiful it's going to be on the backside, on the riverside. But you've got, again, you can see the balcony that's here. It's going to wrap around. The really cool thing about this project is it also increases the capacity for the TD stage. So the TD, which roughly now we sell about 1,400 tickets, let's say this is going to increase capacity by about 200. The larger the capacity, the bigger name artists you can get out there. So we're really excited about the possibilities for that as well. All right, the Weish. We talked about the Weish. You've read about it in the papers. You've written about it. So we listened. I will tell you, we listened. Not only did I listen to Lynn, we listened to the community, which basically said, please keep this as an open-air pavilion. We love it. And yes, it's Peace Center property, but we listened, and it is really cool in its weirdness. And so what we decided we would do is we would sort of put some lipstick on it, if you will. So you've got a river walk we've created, which will be great for the public. Think walking around Falls Park, walking by the new Bohemian, going around Camperdown. Well, now you get to be drawn down in public, whether you're coming to a show or not, and enjoy the river and the landscaping around it. So there's going to be patios on either side of the Weish. And we haven't really decided what we're doing on the inside, but it'll probably be things as simple as ceiling fans, cleaning up the concrete, that kind of thing. One of our goals is to just blend this campus together, because a lot of people don't realize that it's all us, right? That it's all the Peace Center, it's all this very special place. All right, so now I'm going to have you walk through the door with me, all right? So here we go, just enjoy. Do we have music? right, so there you go. And we're going to end up on the campus again. Basically, you've got 10 venues. So a goal achieved. We broke it out in terms of kind of the years that it all happened. So if you look at the blue, you've got the concert hall, the Gunter, the Weish. That was all in place about 1990 to 2012. The Coach Factory had been in existence for a long time. We actually opened it in 1991. It was called the Coach Factory, and it was a restaurant that the Peace Center owned and operated. Then 2012 to 22, we brought, in 2012, we opened up Genevieve's, the TD Stage, the Huguenot Loft, and the Ramsar Studio. And then 24, the last three pieces we're looking at, the Mockingbird, the Studio, and Coach Factory Music. So that's the big master plan. And at the end of the day, it is here to serve all of these people. I think the wonderful thing about this project is the different kinds of music we're going to be able to use or to attract, the different kinds of artists we'll be able to attract, which means different audiences. And the more mix we can have, the better.